I'm so excited to be at the University of San Diego. I think this is a phenomenal community. I'm excited to be a part of the Torero family. It couldn't be a better week, and I'm excited to get started and excited to continue to get to know this area and get to work. I think one of the best things about USD is it's a combination of multiple different things. So high academics and phenomenal facilities, a phenomenal community. I think a lot of times too, you want to work at a place where you believe in and you're passionate about. And I think my values of student athlete experience align with the vision of USD. And so this was a very intriguing place. And San Diego is a phenomenal destination. And I think we're going to be able to recruit at a very high level. But more importantly, being able to build a great cultural program here, I'm really excited about. I had a great student athlete experience. You know, one of the things I really was passionate about is being involved in more than just being a student athlete. I wanted to be involved in campus. I wanted that student experience at the college level, and I was so fortunate that I was able to do that at Auburn. I was able to play. I was able to pursue the major that I wanted to pursue, and also be involved in the Auburn community. And I was able to do all those things. And I think that's one of the things as a head coach, like being really passionate about the team and also our community and being in our community. And it's more than basketball, it's life. And my experience at Auburn allows me, I think, to kind of pour into our student athletes, to have them do more than just be a student athlete. First and foremost, I had a phenomenal coaches from middle school to high school, and my parents were phenomenal. And my parents allowed me to do a lot of different things, driving me 2 hours to practice away from our hometown. But also too, I had a great high school coach at Buford, Georgia, in my hometown, and you know, I think all of those things allowed me to come to Auburn and have success. But I played for my mentor and my friend Nell Fortner, and who was phenomenal and really poured into me as a student athlete, and I think it was able to give me the experience and the versatility and allowed me to play my game. But I was able to develop and grow as well, not only as a player but as a person. I honestly did not know that was going to be my path. I got my degree from Auburn in biomedical sciences, and I had a passion to go to medical school and to be a doctor, whether that was going to orthopedic surgery or pediatrics or anything like that. But that was what I thought I wanted to do. I went and I played professionally in Spain for a year and was going to take some time and figure out kind of what was my journey, what was my path. And I knew that I couldn't step away from basketball. So I was able to go work for a phenomenal coach at Texas Tech, and Candy Whitaker, and she gave me a lot of opportunity to pursue my dreams of potentially becoming a coach. And I fell in love with the sport and fell in love with coaching the sport more than anything, and was able to really dive into that passion. I think challenges are opportunities. I think you can say one is a challenge, but it's also an opportunity for growth. And I'm so excited about where women's sports are in general, and I'm excited that all of student athletes and college athletes are giving an opportunity to expand their brand, their name, image, and likeness, and to continue to grow their own brand in their sport. And I think that's one thing that's really exciting about this time. It does give a great opportunity for this generation of player to come in and kind of make a name for themselves, but also advance in their careers as well. Absolutely, I think the more coverage that women's sports have gotten as a whole, not just basketball, is really, really important. You know, I think that this is an exciting time, and I think we're proving that because we get more coverage now, people do want to watch women and they want to see women be successful. And we have phenomenal stories around women's college basketball this year, with coaches having babies and being on the sidelines, and you have Caitlin Clark coming from last year, but the storylines of Juju and Paige Beckers, and I think that there's so many different storylines and avenues you can go down. But I think people are starting to realize how special these women are and how special our student athletes are, and so I think it's a phenomenal opportunity to be a part of women's basketball right now, because everybody wants to be a part of it, so it's exciting. I was able to come out here to USC with Mark Track, and a phenomenal coach and a legend in Southern California in his own right. And I have a phenomenal relationship with him, and I was very thankful that I was able to make the trip to Southern California. And I loved my time here. You know, I think that was one of the things I would have loved to have been here for a long time. I was able to have the opportunity to go back to closer to my hometown and work for my coach and my mentor at Georgia Tech, and I'm forever thankful for that. But I absolutely loved the style of play on the West Coast and being able to dive into the relationships with people on this side. I'm excited to reconnect with a lot of the coaches and all the people in Southern California and the players, because I do think this is a special place. Nell Fortner is a legend, and you know, her passion it just radiates, and she's of energy and a giver to people, and that's one of the biggest things that I absolutely love about her. Our relationship goes from when I was a freshman or sophomore in high school. And when she got back into coaching at Georgia Tech, I knew there was no question that I was going to go and be by her side throughout her journey at Georgia Tech. And we did some really phenomenal things. We had the best start in school history this year. We went to a Sweet 16, 3 NCAA tournaments, and I think that's what we really sought out to do. But also, too, we had phenomenal players and phenomenal staff around us. And I'm so thankful for her, for just being a part of her journey. And she can always be a friend and a mentor to mine. And I've learned so much from her and just the career that she's had. And more than anything, her energy and passion for people. And I think that's, for me, as I kind of step into this next adventure for my life and the goals and dreams that I have, will carry a lot that I gained from Nell Fortner and just how she led and believed in people. First and foremost, I've worked for phenomenal coaches. I have really been blessed and honored to have opportunities to work for just phenomenal people who can lead and mentor in all different ways. And I think as we move in our careers, we are a culmination of our experiences. And I think more than anything, what I've realized is if you go about things the right way and build into the people and pour into the people and to the players, and it's genuine and it's real, and just we're competing every single day and we're in it together, I think that's what I've realized is our culture has to be really, really strong and highly competitive, but also genuine, and that we have a really high spirit and energy about us, but also too we're a giver of people, and being able to pour into our student athletes, but also our staff. I think it all comes back to the people you work with and the people that you bring into your program. I'm really excited about being a part of the West Coast Conference. I think, traditionally has a history of success in women's basketball specifically. And, I think all over the country that. But my time on the West Coast, being able to have a little more experience in that, I'm excited. It's highly competitive. I'm excited to join it. I think it's going to be a great atmosphere around women's basketball and women's sports this year. I couldn't be more happy to be a part of the West Coast Conference. The facilities here are going to be top of the line. I think they're some of the best facilities I've seen in the country. And I think that's an exciting time to be a part of basketball here at USD. It is going to be a phenomenal place and a phenomenal resource for our players, for our staff. I think recruits are going to love being able to come in and see just the vision that we have for basketball here. That's, I think Kimya is really excited about the vision of basketball at USD, and I think that's going to really set the tone for the standard in which we're going to operate here at USD. The first thing I know with meeting the team, their energy it came off the Zoom screen. But being able to meet them in person, they're a really hardworking bunch. They seem to love each other. I'm excited to build our relationships organically. And I think, they're hardworking. We're going to get after it in the spring and start to get to work. But one of the first things I noticed is that they are just really good people and really you have a great connection with each other. And I'm excited to get to know them more. I think what I've realized too and what I've heard is that the standard here is very, very high. We have some excellent programs and teams that have had a lot of success and coaches. I can't wait to learn from them and be a part of their groups and support their journey as well. I think it's an exciting time to be a part of the Torero family, and I couldn't be more happy to be a part of it. I think in every stop I've been able to be a part of the community, and starting from when I was a student athlete at Auburn, and then going into the Texas Tech community and going into the New Mexico State community and just pouring in. I think that's one of the things that I love the most is going to a new place, is really getting to know the community in which I'm in and the people and spending time with them and getting to know them and having them be a part of our program. I'm excited to dive in and I'm excited to be back. I think that's one of the most exciting things. I have a lot to learn about San Diego, but I can't wait to spend some time over the next couple months and get to know everyone. I think for me as a coach, I love high-paced offenses. This year at Georgia Tech, we were able to install an offense that was a top 20 offense in the country. We improved our pace of play. So I want to bring that energy and that competitiveness here to San Diego. We want to play a fast pace. It's going to be exciting. We want to take lots of threes. We want to be able to push the ball. We also want to compete and have a disciplined defense. But more than anything, we're going to be high energy and highly competitive. And I think that's what I want everybody to know when they come and see us. It's going to be a fun and exciting brand of basketball.